If you want to add a key light plus rim light setup for your anime character with clean shading, try out this method. Here is my scene setup. You can see I have two sunlights in this scene. Other light sources like area lights will work just fine, but sunlights usually give better shadows in my opinion. If I click into this key light, you can see the light color is pure red. The other sunlight, which is the rim light, has a pure green color, and it is parented to the camera. Now some of you might have already figured out how this works, but let's take a look at the shader. This is a very basic simplified cell shading setup, so feel free to expand or make changes. I've split the color channels into two groups of nodes, but they pretty much work the same way. A diffused BSDF with a pure white color into a shader to RGB into a separate color node which is set to the RGB mode. This is the node where the magic happens. It allows us to access the areas being lit by the red light and green light separately. You can then append your preferred cell shading setup after the separate RGB. For the key light, I'll add the color ramp set to constant into a mixed color node to control the light and shadow color, and multiply the result onto the base texture using another mixed color. For the rim light, it's the same setup, but I'll add the result on top of everything instead using a mixed color node. Now to further sell the strength of the rim light, you can go into the compositor and add a glare node and set it as bloom. Adjust the threshold according to your scene, and back to the material, you can set the rim light color to have a value larger than 1 by typing it into the field directly. Now that you know this, you can use the blue channel for other types of lights if you want. You can utilize light linking to make sure the colored lights only affect your character and not the other objects. Likewise, make sure to exclude your character from the other lights. A little downside of this method is that you can't make the character interact in real time with lights that have colors. But honestly, it's not that big of a deal as you can still tweak the light colors in the shaders or color grade your character in the compositor, very much like traditional 2D anime. Again, this technique is inspired by this presentation by Ito Sensei on the CG World channel, so make sure to check it out. Subscribe for more Blender anime tips and tricks.